We got snipers.
Tell your men not to worry, Captain. The snipers aren't for you.
What the fuck is this?
This is Dubai, Captain. This is what I face every day. My duty is to maintain order. Without it, we would have died long ago.
This is a test.
Yes, it is.
Released in 2012, Spec Ops: The Line was developed by Yager Development and published by 2K Games. It marked the 7th entry in the Spec Ops franchise and attempted to reboot a fading series.
We can't stop here, we're too exposed!
Despite strong critical reception, the game underperformed commercially and became the franchise's swan song.
What happened? He just stopped breathing. Sand.
Don't you fucking die on me! You got too much shit to answer for!
Yet, in the years since, it has achieved cult status, celebrated as a landmark example of how a third-person shooter can deliver mature, unsettling stories without sacrificing gameplay. Heavily inspired by Joseph Conrad's novel Heart of Darkness and Francis Ford Coppola's movie Apocalypse Now, it used the familiar framework of a military shooter to challenge players' morality, perception, and the role in the violence they commit.
Open your eyes, Walker. I need you to see what you've done. Dubai should have died long ago. We were ordered to abandon these people.
Mechanically, Spec Ops: The Line is built around cover-based shooting. The system is intuitive and polished, taking cover, vaulting between positions, blind firing, and suppressing enemies all feel smooth and responsive. Combat itself isn't bad. In fact, it's serviceable and even satisfying at times. But the problem is scale. 3 men against hundreds of enemies stretches plausibility. The endless firefights often undermine the grounded, psychological tone the story aims for. The ending offers some justification for this excess, but it doesn't erase how repetitive and exaggerated the journey can feel.
Tango down!
Squad commands add light tactics, letting Walker direct Lugo and Adams to focus fire or disorient enemies, but these mechanics don't meaningfully alter encounters. The arsenal is solid and versatile, giving players freedom in approach, sniping from a distance, rushing with shotguns, or making use of grenades and rocket launchers. Enemy AI is surprisingly aggressive, often flanking and coordinating against your squad, making encounters unpredictable. There are flashes of stealth gameplay, hinting at what could have been a more nuanced alternative, but these sections are brief and underdeveloped.
Consider it done.
Overall, the gameplay works as a serviceable framework, but its greatest strength is not how it plays, it's how it contextualizes the violence that you're participating in.
Hey guys! like that's a real guy. I mean, come on. Clock's ticking, Lugo.
Yeah, I'm on it.
The premise is straightforward, yet potent. Captain Martin Walker and his squad, Lugo and Adams, are dispatched into a Dubai devastated by apocalypse sandstorms. Their mission is to locate Colonel John Conrad and the 33rd Battalion, presumed lost during a humanitarian evacuation.
Nest, alright, good. And what about Conrad? Is he still alive?
But, as they push deeper into the ruined city, the line between rescue and occupation, savior and tyrant, begins to blur.
Fuck it! I'm taking the shot!
Wait for your orders, Sergeant.
This setup echoes the book Heart of Darkness, written in 1899 by Joseph Conrad, who lends his last name to the game's villain, as well as Francis Ford Coppola's film Apocalypse Now, also based on the same book. Both works follow a descent into hostile, alien environments where men of power lose themselves to madness. Conrad, named Kurtz in the book and film, a once respected leader, becomes the figure of horror, and Dubai becomes a jungle, suffocating, deceptive, and filled with moral rot.
33rd did this to their own men.
Where Apocalypse now gives us Captain Willard, a silent assassin detached from morality, Spec Ops forces into Walker's shoes, loud, reactive, and increasingly unstable.
867-530. You are not a prisoner of war. Far as I'm concerned, you're not even a fucking soldier.
His descent mirrors the player's own complicity. Every firefight, every choice is less about agency and more about confronting the illusion of control.
Why are you just standing there? Come on!
The squad dynamic reinforces this spiral. Lugo and Adams voice doubts, frustrations, and even open defiance, embodying the moral fractures within the team.
Man, I'm through with this shit.
Fuck you! At least I'm doing my job! You're the one who's fine, just sitting back, waiting for things to unfuck themselves!
Their eventual fates land with real weight, because the story has slowly eroded any sense of camaraderie into guilt and grief.
Conrad deserves to die, you know that.
And what do we deserve?
I think we both know the answer to that.
The narrative forces players into gut-wrenching moral choices, most famously, a decision involving white phosphorus, that remain among the most shocking twists in gaming history.
What? Oh no.
These aren't simple good versus evil choices, but manipulations that expose the player's lack of real agency.
They say it now.
These people want us gone.
While some might find the ending predictable, the journey there is what lingers. The dialogues are sharp, the voice acting is powerful, and side characters like Riggs leave lasting impressions despite limited screen time.
Captain Walker.
Jeff Riggs, now get in here before a sniper blows your goddamn head off. You're welcome. Excuse me?
By the end of the story, it's no longer about Conrad, it's about Walker, and, by extension, the player.
There were over 5,000 people alive in Dubai the day before you arrived. How many are alive today, I wonder? How many will be alive tomorrow? I thought my duty was to protect this city from the storm.
For a 2012 release, the visuals remain impressive. Dubai is rendered as both a spectacle and a nightmare, a ruined paradise swallowed by sandstorms. Golden sunlight pierces through skyscraper ruins, while suffocating sandstorms plunge entire districts into chaos. The juxtaposition of luxury hotels, collapsed skyscrapers, and buried highways creates a haunting atmosphere. This surreal imagery, beauty twisted into ruin, elevates the setting from backdrop to character. The use of sand as both an environmental hazard and as a visual motif is striking. Triggering avalanches of sand to crush enemies adds tactical flair while reinforcing the setting's hostility.
Form up.
Interiors are equally detailed, from opulent ballrooms turning to battlegrounds to claustrophobic tunnels. Character models are detailed, and, while cutscenes show some age, facial animations carry weight during critical moments.
We're here to rescue you. But first, the 33rd will pay for what they've done.
What stands out most, however, is Walker himself. During firefights, his face contorts with anger, fear, and horror, a visual reflection of his unraveling psyche. These subtle expressions become a precursor to his descent into madness, making the deterioration not just narrative, but visible on his face. Destruction physics and detailed interiors further ground the chaos, but it's Walker's haunted expressions that leave the strongest mark.
Shit!
It's just in. An unwarranted assault on the 33rd today means, you guessed it, an end to the ceasefire. All insurgents wishing to surrender, please report to your nearest outpost for processing. we now return to our regularly scheduled broadcast. Here we go.
Let me go on record and say this shit just got weird.
Harry Kriegler's soundtrack balances unsettling ambience with rock music blasting from radios and speakers across Dubai.
Hey! You guys hear music?
Who cares? Just shut up and keep fighting.
Hang out!
Target!
The licensed rock tracks create moments of eerie dissonance, like soldiers blasting cheerful tunes in the ruins of civilization.
One more down!
Some heavy riffs during firefights feel mismatched, but overall the score supports the fractured tone. Sound effects are crisp and impactful. The rattle of gunfire, the crunch of collapsing structures, the howl of sandstorms, they all add to the immersion. Voice acting is exceptional.
What are you thinking, Walker? Just thinking we landed in the middle of a fucking war zone.
Nolan North delivers a career-best performance as Walker, shifting from confident commander to broken shell.
And you're fighting in the dirt like a couple of goddamn kids!
You are Delta operators. Fucking act like it!
Lugo and Adams feel alive through sharp, natural dialogue.
Walker, that guy was American.
Yeah, I noticed.
Why are the locals taking orders from an American? And why's he got a hard-on for the 33rd?
I have no idea.
Conrad's presence, haunting the game through radio transmissions, adds menace even before his revelation.
I don't blame them. They did what they thought necessary. But if order was to be maintained, an example had to be made.
Colonel, I'm Captain Walker.
Captain Walker. Yes, I remember you. Kabul, I think it was.
The mix is equally strong. Dialogue cuts through the chaos, and every sound beat lands with clarity. Spec Ops: The Line is less about how it plays and more about how it makes you feel. Beneath the cover shooter mechanics lies one of gaming's most haunting examinations of war, morality, and complicity. Its influence extends far beyond its modest sales, cementing its legacy as a cult classic.
Right here.
You son of a bitch! You're dead!
This isn't a power fantasy, it's a reckoning, and once you've seen the horrors it puts in front of you, you can't unsee them.
Think the CIA did this? Can't be. Guy's been rotten too long.
If you enjoyed this review, please consider subscribing for more deep dives into games that define generations. But, more importantly, thank you for your time.
Step lively, people. We're about to bring this city to its knees. See you want to see it.
You want me to shoot him, or would you rather do it yourself?